So yeah, we live in a world where people are starting to lose their minds apparently because we've become overly dependent on computers and all of that stuff, and it's just it's this plague that is starting to take over our society, and no. This is the natural progression that we've been following ever since we started adding technological things to the way that we do things. Here's the deal. 20 years ago, we didn't have GPS. We didn't have navigation apps. We didn't have any real way of like figuring out how to get around outside of just either knowing the area you lived in or finding a map. It's just I think it's funny how as we slowly progress to becoming more and more dependent on these technologies that we have, that people are starting to get afraid of what it's doing to society. And there is something to that, but at the same time, you know, technologies like GPS have made it to where I can't even get around San Diego by myself if I need to go somewhere even vaguely kind of new that I haven't been to a bunch of times. Like, we're all just kind of dependent on these apps that we have now, and it's just the way that it is. And we've gotten to the point where we kind of just accept that that's the way that it is because we understand that technology makes our lives better. There are some growing pains. Some people are going to, some people are going to deal with it better than others. And we can highlight the drama of how, when things go wrong, they go wrong badly. But I mean, realistically, I think most people would agree with the idea that for the average person and people who are productive with their lives, ChatGPT and AI sources and stuff like that are a net positive to productivity, to learning, to many different things, right? It's easy to jump on the AI is going to kill us all bandwagon when you look at the people who are going, the thing you have to understand is that the people who are using ChatGPT in this way are the same kind of people who are going to use other things in a way that really isn't really intended to be used that way. They use it in a way that is unhealthy, that is not productive, that is not, it's not beneficial to them. They either become addicted to it because they have addictive personalities, or they become addicted to it because it seems to fill a hole in their life that they haven't been able to fill on their own. There's many different reasons why anything can be abused. And realistically, when you look at this is what you have to understand. I don't think it's society at large that are falling in love with with the AI chatbots. I don't think it's the population at large that is unable to function in the world because ChatGPT went down. Realistically, it's the small 10% of people who suck. You have 10% of the population who just falls into this category of people who just suck. Whether it's because they just have bad attitudes and they don't care about people, or it's because they're kind of dumb and they can't figure out how to navigate their world, or they're just kind of pathetic and, they're the kind of people that have to be taken care of because they can't take care of themselves. This is the world we live in, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than, this whole chat GPT thing, while, yeah, it's scary to think that people are becoming non-functional, they can't use their brains anymore because of, the ease of which chat GPT gives you access to information. But, I mean, realistically, the people who are doing this are the same people who weren't functioning before AI became a thing. I mean, really. For real. They're the same people who, where are my car keys? Where are my car keys? Where are my car keys? Well, did you actually move anything and look around? Oh, no. Well, duh. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same kind of people. They're not able to function on their own, and now they have this chat GPT thing, which actually provides them with some level of functionality. And then to us, it seems like they have brain rot because when the chat GPT goes down, they're not able to do anything anymore. But the reality is that they were never able to do anything in the first place. They were already functionally just not there. And the chat GPT is making them seem like they're more capable than they are. So try not to let yourself roll down this hill of paranoia because, AI is coming and it's it's rotting people's brains. The Industrial Revolution made it so we didn't have to farm anymore and people were able to find other things to do. The automobile came along and made it so that we were able to travel and we weren't stuck in the places that we were. Computers came along and made us far more productive, and most of us can't handwrite very well anymore. Like, kids today just can't write, but they don't really need to, because there aren't really many situations where you need to write. Navigation apps came along and made it so that we could always find what we were looking for, but now we can't navigate on our own anymore. That's the trade-off you make, right? If you're not training something, you lose it. And now we have AI. It's going to change our society. I believe it's overall going to be a net positive, assuming, the whole they become sentient and try to kill us thing doesn't happen. But I believe that overall it's going to be a net benefit to humanity. So worrying about these things isn't going to help. Try not to lose your mind over this stuff. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Some people are going to abuse it. Some people are going to suffer from it because they don't understand what they're doing with it. But I think most of us are going to be just fine. So just, as I always do on this channel, try to keep your cool. Try to stay a little bit reasonable about things. And, hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach our first 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you for the next one.